I have never had so many people message me to react to this news story today. An absolute ton of people were saying, Chris, you have to react to this story. So this one is a brand new breaking news story. It says Gardaí questioning 3 people as inquiry into death of County Cork father upgraded to murder investigation. Body of Barry Daly was found at Rockview Terrace, Doneraile, in the early hours of Sunday. So crazy news story. This lad, I think, was only like 44 years old. We're about to find out. It says Gardaí were continuing to investigate and question 3 young men on Monday evening in connection with the death of a 44-year-old father of 4 in Cork. The investigation was upgraded to a full murder inquiry after the results of a post-mortem of the body of Barry Daly, who worked as a postman in Mallow. So this is like a proper murder case here, guys. So that kind of is normal. When detectives first get the call, some body was found or whatever, they normally just think it's like accidental. Maybe the person took care of themselves, let's just say, hung themselves, whatever. This has now been upgraded. Later on in the investigation, they kind of normally upgraded them because they find out more, more news about it. It says detectives arrested a 20-year-old and a 17-year-old at a house in Doneraile. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Doneraile. I've never heard of that place before in my life, lads. Around 8 a.m. on Monday morning. A 16-year-old youth was later arrested at another address in North Cork, 6 p.m. on Monday evening. All 3 were questioned about the death of Mr. Daly from Rockview Terrace. This is crazy. Normally, the first thing I think of when I see an Irish lad getting murdered, I think of gang violence. I think of this as gang violence, but the lad was 44. The lads that got arrested are 20, 17, and 16. Could you imagine? When I was 16, I was playing Call of Duty. I wasn't even talking to women yet. I was just I was a nerd. I was doing nothing. At 16 now, these kids, these teenagers are killing people. Killing people at 16 years old, lads. I'm telling you, Ireland has lost its innocence. I don't care what anybody says. Immigrant crime. We have our own crime as well. And I love talking about Irish crime as well. All crime needs to be eradicated from this country. It's disgusting that we're killing our own people as well because of drugs and drug deaths and drug trials. It's absolutely disgusting. All 3 suspects were detained at Garda Station in North Cork under Section 4 of the Criminal Justice Act 1984. Again, very, very ironic that the Criminal Justice Act came in 1984. George Orwell, Animal Farm, surveillance. It's kind of ironic. It's kind of incidental, right? Which allows Gardaí to detain suspects for up to 24 hours before they must be charged or released. The murder charges here in this country are crazy. You can only be held for 24 hours until you're charged. That's super liberal. You should be held for a week up till, until you're charged. This is crazy. If it's a murder case, you got to give the detectives more time than 24 hours. I mean, there's 6-7 million people in this country, lads. Gardaí upgraded their investigation from one into an assault to a full murder inquiry following the receipt of results of post-mortem examination on Mr. Daly by Assistant State Pathologist Dr. Margaret Bolster at Cork University Hospital on Monday afternoon. So, yeah, they did a post-mortem, they did an examination of the body, and they found out that this guy was killed. It wasn't an accident, it wasn't a taking care of himself, it was a full-blown murder. That's crazy stuff. So, shout out to the state pathologists in Ireland. They're really good. They know exactly how to pinpoint different murders. Gardaí were not releasing the results of Dr. Bolster's postmortem for operational reasons, but it is understood Mr. Daly died in a violent death consistent with being attacked and struck repeatedly around the head with an implement. Oh. Gardaí believe Mr. Daly was attacked by men armed with golf clubs. Holy shit, I spoke too soon. Even worse, lads, getting hit in the head with a golf club. Imagine hitting the head with a driver. Oh shit. After they followed him, they hit him in the head with a golf club and his teenage son some 750 meters from the center of Doneraile to their home at Rockview Terrace on the outskirts of the village on Mallow between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. Sunday morning. It's understood that Mr. Daly and his son had been socializing in Ellie's bar in the center of the village after Doneraile had beaten Ballyclaw. God, I'm going to get roasted in the comments for these name pronunciations. I'm going to get roasted. In the North Cork Junior B hurling final on Saturday afternoon. Ho-ho, the lads. Go on, the lads. Okay, here we go. It says, Gardaí believed there was a row outside the bar. A row, for all foreigners, is a fight, like a shouting match. An argument. There was an argument outside the bar as Daly's were leaving around 1 a.m. on Sunday. It's understood the fatal assault took place outside Daly's home and the assailants fled on foot. Holy shit. Where was his son? Did he not report that he was hit over the head with a golf club? Crazy stuff. The emergency services were alerted following the assault of Mr. Daly, and a team of paramedics were quickly on the scene. They were unable to resuscitate Mr. Daly, and he was pronounced dead at around 2 a.m. Holy shit, that is a brutal way to go. Like I said, fighting with somebody, shouting at somebody, and, you know, just an argument just led to this is crazy. 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, and they're pissed off. You know, maybe he disrespected them. You know, in Ireland, guys, I've noticed, you know, this slagging can escalate into full-blown disrespect. And when you disrespect another man, the knives come out, guys. The golf clubs come out. You know, the shit happens. So always be respectful. Always be professional with people. Never, even if they wrong you, guys, it's all good. Even if they disrespect you, guys, you know, for me, unless someone's physically attacking me, then I'll defend myself. But up to that point, guys, I don't really, you know, words don't really hurt me. Words shouldn't really hurt you guys. They shouldn't really affect you. You know, obviously these kids, these teenagers took the shit personal. Part of a gang, maybe, who knows? You don't know who you're talking with nowadays. Gardaí immediately cordoned off the area as Mr. Daly's body remained at the scene overnight. Dr. Bolster carried out a preliminary examination on the deceased man before he was removed to Cork University Hospital for the postmortem. Senior officers declared the area outside Mr. Daly's home and the second area, a corner of Doneraile, near the top of the village, crime scenes. So they declared the area outside his house a crime scene, right? Obviously, he flipping died there. Officers from the Gardaí Technical Bureau recovered a golf club from part of the area. So yeah, not much evidence here. This is actually an article from a few hours afterwards, guys. This isn't like an article that came out straight after. But so previously at the beginning, I said it sounds like gang violence, but I'm not so sure after reading that article, guys, because, you know, this seems like a fight or an argument that just took place outside a pub, outside a bar, and then people got mad, people got pissed off, and they just attacked him and accidentally killed him. Seems like a bit of a manslaughter. They might not have wanted to kill him, they might have just wanted to beat him up, but hitting somebody over the head with a golf club, I mean, that is going to kill you. Like, that's really dangerous stuff, guys. Any sort of blow to your head, you know, if it's not just your fists, can be fatal, you know, definitely. So super crazy stuff. I don't know, guys. You know, could be foreigners, could be illegal migrants. Who the hell knows? Could be just Irish lads. To me, I'm okay at kind of knowing who the assailants are. But for this one, I'm stumped, guys. I don't really know, to be perfectly honest. It's quite out there. You know, I don't think it's gang related. I just think that the guy got into an argument with 3 other lads. Who the hell knows who they are? I don't know who they are. Nobody sent me messages to say who they are, but they seem like Irish people, maybe. They're probably most likely Irish lads, to be honest. And like I've said before, guys, we have all this immigrant, massive illegal immigration coming in, committing crimes, of course. We have our own crime as well. We have terrible crimes ourselves. We have gangs in Dublin that are wrecking the place. It's just a disaster, man. They need to crack down on crime extremely hard and ASAP. So the last news story we have here is from Captain Kieran Kelly once again. It says, on Garda Síochána, I'm posting the first file from the Garda server this Friday. It's disgraceful to be so careless. With so much highly sensitive and classified data, imagine if it had fallen into the wrong hands. So I was listening to a podcast by Captain Kieran Kelly and James Conway talking about they acquired some sort of Gardaí documents that he's going to be releasing soon about some kind of corruption. Who the hell knows? I'm not sure. But he continues to say, the risk to people, safety, and national security is huge. I've said this for years, guys. You know, we have people coming in, mass illegal immigration to these IPAS centers. They could be ISIS-trained, Al-Qaeda insurgents. They could be anybody. We don't know anything about that, really. We weren't involved in the war on terror in 20 years in Afghanistan, like in the UK, like the American military and the British military were involved in that. But we're just neutral, which means that we're sitting ducks, basically. We're, you know, we're at the will of criminals and terrorists. He says, again, it will show how incompetent the Irish government really is. We believe on the server it contains over 25 years of data. So that's stuff that's like, that they've done wrong. I think there was a Gardaí investigation with the penalty points when you were speeding, stuff like that as well. Remember, nothing illegal happened when we received the server. The server, hard drives, and computers were replaced. The data on the old one was never erased. So, and then he tagged Micheál Martin, Garda Whistleblower, Garda Information, Simon Harris, RT News. So, really, Captain Kelly is doing Ireland a big service. Of course, the guy is a legend. He's a true patriot of Ireland. He also talks about how there was incompetence with Jim Gavin, and truly, that's probably why Jim Gavin dropped out. Okay, because he couldn't handle the scrutiny of people like Kieran Kelly, people that are exposing the wrongdoings of the government, and it's great to see. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you want to support me so I can support you, hit the join link underneath the video, become a member for just €3 per month. Can really push my videos a long way. A ton of blocked live videos on my membership channel as well. And I'll see you all in the next one, man. Peace.